Today we're going to learn about iontophoresis. What that is a treatment that we do that is another way to address pain. It's a really neat treatment where we actually use medication. It's the only treatment that physical therapists use actual medication. And what it entails is the use of dexamethasone is most commonly used. There are a few other applications, but dexamethasone is similar to hydrocortisone, so it's a corticosteroid drug that is a strong anti-inflammatory drug. So the easiest way to explain what iontophoresis is to kind of give you this scenario. So a common scenario is tennis elbow or lateral epicondylitis. So for people who play tennis or people who are doing jobs where they grip repetitively or aggressively, it's not uncommon for those muscles that when you grip, they track all the way back to your elbow and create a repetitive load or repetitive tension, and that creates inflammation and can become a very nasty, persistent pain that doesn't want to get better. So what iontophoresis can do in this case is we can directly apply this dexamethasone medicine via the mechanism of this treatment. And so what we do is we extract the correct amount of medicine through a syringe, and we apply it to the patch of our applicator patch, and then we put that directly over the area where that strongest amount of pain and inflammation is. And the key part about this, for the most part, is it needs to be a very superficial site. Elbows work great, shoulders work great, knees and ankles and legs and different places can work great. The side of the hip, like trochanteric bursitis. So there's a number of places where there's not a lot of mass there to get through, and the medicine can get directly to the pain site effectively. So in this case, what we would do after applying that, we put the patch on. We have to put another electrode on to complete the circuit. And so the way that it works is dexamethasone is in an ion form. The molecules are negatively charged. So you have to think a little bit back to your high school chemistry. And so what we do is we use a little electrical device here, and we hook up the leads. And so because this is a battery driven device, and that's key to making this work, is it has to be battery driven, so it has a charge delivery to it. So what we do, we have a negative and a positive leads, the black and the red, just like on your car battery. And for dexamethasone, the ion molecules are negatively charged in solution. So what we do is we put the negative lead over that. And so when it's sitting here, we get the machine going, so we've got a current going. And so because we've got negative over negative molecules, we get a repulsion, if you remember your high school chemistry. So like charges repel. So what happens is when that current's going, is the negative lead from the machine actually kind of pushes the medicine across your skin. So it's been referred to often as delivering an injection without the needle. And so it's a way to non-invasively introduce actual medication into the site where we need to get pain relief. So it's a really cool treatment, and it can be very, very effective, and especially in these cases where you have persistent pain or there's been a cumulative buildup, like elbow epicondylitis, patella tendonitis, different conditions around the ankle and the shoulder. And so what we often do with our treatments is we pair them with other interventions. This is effective at calming the pain down, and then what we do is we bring in some manual therapy, some exercises to get the tissues loosened up, some exercises to strengthen it up. So now that the pain is at a reduced amount, they can tolerate progressing into more of a conditioning and functional retraining setup. So yeah, this is a great example of another of our different options that we can do in physical therapy, and so now you know.